Hello, my name is Roy David. I am from Guayaquil, Ecuador, and today I'm going to be demonstrating my grandmother's shrimp ceviche. For the shrimp ceviche, we're going to use one onion, red onion sliced. I have already the onion sliced. We're going to need one tomato diced, one pepper sliced, 6 to 8 limes, and I requested that you buy the shrimp with the skin or the shell and the head. And the reason why we need that is to boil the shell and the head a little bit to get more flavor. I've already cleaned the shrimp, and this is the shell and the head. We're gonna boil this in a few minutes to get more flavor. And I already have the pre-cleaned shrimp already deveined, and we're gonna poach that a little bit to get like a pink color. So I'm going to salt the onions, and the reason why we do this is to remove the acidity from the onions. So we're gonna crush the onions with the salt for a couple of minutes, and that's gonna help the acidity to come out. So when you eat the onions, they're not bitter, but they're actually nice and sweet. The next step is to wash the onions with cold water to remove all that salt. Next, we're going to cut 4 lemons for now. Limes, I'm sorry. In my country, this is a lemon. In here is a lime. So I'm gonna, it's different. So at the moment, I'm gonna cut 4 of them. And I'm going to squeeze the juice and actually add it to the red onions. And we're basically gonna kind of cure the onion a little bit. Now, if you were making fish ceviche, this is the time when you're gonna add your fish, your raw fish, to this mix. And you have to let it sit for 20 minutes in order for the fish to cook with the acidity of the lime. You want to make sure that you cover the onions with lime. This is a very quick recipe. And you can actually serve this as an appetizer, or you can accompany this with rice, plantains, avocado, cucumbers. It's just basically anything you like in order to make it more into a meal. So right now I have the onions pickling or curing in the lime juice. So now I'm going to take a bunch of cilantro. Doesn't matter how much you use. I mean, if you like cilantro, put as much as you like. But if you don't like cilantro, don't cook too much. So I'm going to start with the end. I'm going to remove the end just a little bit. And then we're going to chop it. Be careful with your fingers. So I diced the cilantro and I'm going to add it to the mix. Right on top. You don't have to mix it at the moment. Just put it there for now. Next, we're going to add the Cubanelle peppers. I already diced them up. We're gonna put that right on top. Again, we're not gonna mix it yet. Now I have also the diced tomatoes. I diced everything. Some people don't like the seeds. I don't care about it, so they're actually there. I don't mind them. So I'm gonna add that right on top. We are going to start poaching the shrimps. We're gonna add 1 cup of water to high heat. I already chopped the shrimp, deveined and chopped the shrimp. So it's already ready to cook. And these are pretty big shrimps from Ecuador, actually, from my country. They are not tiger shrimp, but they're close to a tiger shrimp. The tiger shrimp is bigger than this. It's about, I would say about 4 to 6 inches long and bigger in size. So now my water is boiling. I'm going to reduce the heat. And I'm gonna put my shrimp in there. So now we don't want to cook the shrimp for too long. We just want to poach it a little bit. And as soon as you see them changing color and getting a little pink, that is the time to remove them. So the other thing I did was to remove the head and the shell from the shrimp. And I pre-rinsed everything 3 times. Can you see this? The shrimps are turning already a nice kind of pinkish color. There's like a pink coloration. Now if I touch them, they're nice and tender, but they're not soft and they're not hard. And that's what we're looking for. They're not too firm yet. You don't want to cook them too much, not like a shrimp cocktail. You want them a little softer than shrimp cocktail. So now this is turning nice and pinkish, whitish, pinkish. Can you see that? So now it's time to remove the shrimps from the hot water. I have gloves. It smells great already. This is a quick recipe that you can actually make ahead of time. And if you have people coming over, you can serve this as an hors d'oeuvre. You can take all the shrimps and mince it, chop it up, make the onion, peppers, and tomato mix, which is called the salsa criolla. And then you can add some mango, some cucumber, avocado. So make it very small and then put some nacho shells and serve them as appetizers. So that's one thing you can do, or you can have it as ceviche, or you can have this as a main course. So now I'm adding the shrimp heads and the shells right into that mix. And I'm going to boil that for, I don't know, 3 minutes. This is the shrimp. Again, it's nice and it's firm but not too firm, and it's not soft. It's perfect. So now I'm going to mix my onion, peppers, and tomatoes now. Mix them together. And don't put any salt again, because we wash the onions with salt, so they already have flavor in there. Once we add the shrimps to the mix, then we can taste it and see if it needs more salt or not. I'm adding the black pepper, and I'm adding 1.5 cup of, spoon of olive oil. The shells are boiling, and now I'm going to use a masher to crush the head into the mix, into that water mix. And what we're doing is we are removing all the flavors from the head and the body. And everything is releasing in there. A lot of people use ketchup in their ceviche. And my grandmother never made it like that. She always used the head for flavor. And now I need to strain this and save the water for the ceviche. We're almost done. I'm gonna take this water, just pour it here. I didn't crush this so much, so I'm not gonna use the cheesecloth. I'm gonna take 1 ladle of that shrimp water and add it to the shrimp. This water is kind of pinkish. I don't know if you can see that. So that's all the flavor in there. This is what makes it more savory, and it prevents you from using ketchup into the mix. So now I'm going to take half of the salsa, and I'm going to add it to the shrimp. Thank you. I'm going to take a spoon and mix that gently. So now you can see if you need more onions or peppers. I think it needs a little more. I like the pickleness of the onions or that tartness of the lime. So I'm gonna add more. I'm gonna put the whole thing. Now, if you're ready to serve, you can actually take one of your avocados and slice it. And if you want more flavor, you can add, you can dice some cucumber and add it to your mix. So if you're only planning to eat the ceviche as your main course, you can put all this into the mix, and there's your meal. So here's the ceviche. I'm going to taste it now and see if I need salt or more lime. Perfect. Delicious. And there you have it. Street ceviche under 20 minutes. Excellent.